name is Mohammed.
My name is Albert Sorry, India Yeji region, and
My name is Edwin Official.
I am Rafik Salami Wa.
Hello and welcome. On this show, we take you on a trip across all of Ghana's 16 regions. We bring you closer to the hard-to-reach communities and share important stories that didn't make the headlines. My name is Nicholas Eko Yamwa, and this is from Our Correspondents.
My name is Mohammed.
my name is Albert Sorry, India Yeji region, and
My name is Edwin Official.
I am Rafik Salami Wa.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now to our first story. The Executive Director of the African Confederation of Cooperative Savings and Credit Unions, George Obando, has urged a stronger commitment to professionalism in the credit union sector. Speaking at the Durbar of Chiefs in Wa in Upper West Region to mark 60 years of the Wa Community Cooperative Credit Union Limited, he stressed that the dedication and professionalism are key to unlocking the full potential of credit unions nationwide. Joy News' Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafik Salam has more from Wa.
The Wa Cooperative Credit Union was started in 1960 by the then Bishop of the Wa Catholic Diocese, Reverend Peter Poroku Dere, who had just been installed as the new bishop. His aim was to promote the socio-economic development of the people within his area of religious influence, irrespective of their religious background, the reason he chose to establish it as a community-based union. Speaking at the 60th anniversary of the credit union, the Executive Director of the African Confederation of Cooperative Savings and Credit Unions, George Ombado, called for a renewed commitment to professionalism in the credit union sector.
Let us find in ourselves a renewed commitment to professionalism. It is through the dedication that the full potential of credit union can be realized, not only in the Upper West region, but throughout the entire country. We are reminded that our movement success is not measured on the numbers alone. Not the numbers. Our community has 21,000 people, but in the lives we touch and the hope we inspire.
On his part, the overlord of the Walla State, Nafuseni State People IV, in a speech read on his behalf by his secretary, Jimpena Kadri Ibrahim, noted that credit unions have empowered their people through saving, access to credit, and community support facilities.
This movement has empowered our people through savings, access to credit, and community support. However, our journey has not been without challenges. In 1985, WACU faced imminent collapse. It was at this critical moment that our Canadian partners came to our rescue. They brought in not only financial assistance, but also technical expertise to rebuild and strengthen the union. This timely intervention saved WACU and set it on the path of stability and growth.
Municipal Chief Executive for Wa, Alhaji Issa Noro Dangwana, who represented Upper West Region Minister Lawyer Charles Wongo Pozun, in his address noted that the Wa Cooperative Credit Union has been a pillar of hope for financial services by providing support to the region's economic growth.
The Wa Community Credit Union has been a beacon of hope, providing access to financial services, providing more support to our women, fostering economic growth in general.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Cooperative Credit Union Association, Cyprian K. Basson, urged the public to join the credit union movement and become active members to benefit from the advantages of the union.
I want to urge everyone that being a credit union is very, very important. I tell people that everything I have is as a result from the credit union movement. Everything I have acquired in life is based, even my education came as a result of being a member of the credit union. And therefore I want to encourage all of us in this region take active part in being credit union members, and therefore, and also benefit from the credit unions that we across the world.
The World Cooperative Credit Union Board Chairman John Kofi expressed gratitude to the World Overlord for the peaceful environment in which they have operated for over 60 years, noting the crucial role peace plays in the smooth running of business within their operational area. The event was chaired by the Paramount Chief of the Parliament Traditional Area, Kuro Osman Duwe Nankpa III. Reporting for Dwe News, Rafik Salam. Wow.
Now, away from the Upper West region, the Dabokpa Technical Institute in Tamale has partnered with the Design and Technology Institute to launch the Precision Quality Internship Program funded by the MasterCard Foundation. This initiative aims to equip students with the industry standard skills in 4 key areas: hospitality and catering management, fashion and design, welding and fabrication, and software development. There's more in this report.
Stakeholders from TVET institutions, hospitality industries, and program beneficiaries came together to celebrate this milestone at the launch. Speaking at the event, the principal of the Dabokpa Technical Institute, Maria Mahama, encouraged the participants to make the best of this opportunity.
Sometimes we are up, other times we are down, other times we are even fighting, because we all wanted to achieve the purpose like we are celebrating this day. We wanted to achieve whatever objectives we set ourselves to get on this project. It's often said that the youth are the future leaders, but you are even demonstrating the leadership now, and I am so proud of you. Intense, join the club. Let's build this country together.
The project coordinator at DTI, Mohaj Sharma, outlined what the project hopes to achieve.
So what we did is we partnered with this institute. We are doing 3 things here majorly. We are supporting them in the upgrading of their infrastructure and retooling of their workspaces. What you see now is the newly upgraded welding and fabrication workshop. So we supported this and also supported with equipment, consumable and training material. We also upgraded their fashion department, their software development department, and also their hospitality department. So that is number 1. Number 2 is also we trained trainers and facilitators to deliver competency-based training and entrepreneurship.
Some program participants shared their experience with the media.
Due to the enrollment of me being part of the EQ internship, I am able to deal with collectivism and able to code with my co-colleagues, which improves my confidence in the software development and the digital world as well.
Join this program to improve my business, to upscale, so that I can employ more people and train them on precision quality, so that we can also collaborate with other institutions, with departments, so that we can do converging integrations, so that we can produce a lot based on the training we get from the program.
A newly established welding and fabrication workshop equipped with modern tools was also inaugurated to enhance practical training.
Still on precision quality, through a collaboration with the Design and Technology Institute and the whole Technical University, 600 artisans from across the Volta region graduated in precision quality training. The beneficiaries were transformed from non-formal artisans to formal artisans after being trained in administration and provided with soft skills to streamline the operations of their enterprises. Our Volta regional correspondent Fred Kwame Asan reports that the initiative was ultimately aimed at job creation and amassing wealth.
The Precision Quality Training Program benefited artisans in fashion design, welding, beautician, carpentry, masonry, aluminium fabrication, mechanical and electrical engineering, among other fields. The program, which was a collaboration between the Design Technology Institute and the whole Technical University, would help the beneficiaries align with world standards and produce products as such. Edwin Fayose of the Design and Technology Institute shed more light on the initiative aiming to improve the standard of artisans in Ghana.
Now the whole idea is to formalize them and make them more powerful by training them in the precision quality curriculum that DTI has developed and is tailored towards improving their productivity basically. This artisans you see here are like marbles to us. We track them over a period of time just to make sure to see how their works have been able to improve over a period of time.
The beneficiaries were trained in models that comprised the precision quality curriculum such as teamwork, changing to grow, financial management, social media marketing, ensuring a safe working environment, and others. Dr. Daniel Agbeku of Ho Technical University identified the project as a pivotal step towards human resource development and economic growth.
And the question is that there are a lot of arm robbers on the street right now. There are a lot of people who are not working, prostitutes and all that on the foot right now. But if we train these people and give them this equipment, they will in turn employ all these unemployed on the street. How to minimize the unemployment in the country by providing this training to the master craftsmen who can employ more people and then take the unemployed citizens in the country into apprenticeship, and then everybody will be safe.
Some beneficiaries shared their experiences.
From here, I will keep what I've learned, and I will try to make sure the learning has done its work. So I promise I'll do the best out of this training.
Beneficiaries of the free 3-day precision quality program training were provided with certificates and some working tools at the graduation ceremony. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News. Ho.
Away from that, she leads social movements and some youth groups have petitioned the Northern Regional Coordinating Council on strengthening climate change policy implementation for a just and sustainable future in the area. The petition, read by Osman Muslima Malgu, demanded that the Northern Regional Coordinating Council strengthen climate change policy implementation in Northern Ghana to ensure the environment and its ecosystem are protected. They made this demand when they presented a petition to the Northern Regional Minister.
The women group staged a walk on the principal streets of Tamale to register their displeasure at how the environment is being treated. The women held placards with inscriptions like "My Climate, My Responsibility," "Rise for Climate Justice," among others. Presenting the petition, a member of the group, Osman Muslima Malgu, said illegal mining, deforestation, and mismanagement of waste are disfiguring the landscape and contaminating water bodies in the area.
Over the years, climate change has become a global issue. Northern region in recent times has suffered long period of drought and high temperatures with severe water shortages. Little rainfall preceded with strong and frequent thunderstorms. The erratic rainfall pattern coupled with high temperatures make farming, which is the core occupation of the people, risky and has led to a low productivity. Besides, illegal mining, which is also called galamsey, in some of our territory, deforestation and mismanagement of waste are disfiguring our landscape and contaminating our rivers and streams. Our demand: strengthen climate policy implementation in Northern Ghana. Ensure that the National Climate Change Policy and Adaptation Plan are fully integrated into all metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies. Development plan and allocate dedicated budget lines for climate action within district level planning, with established a regional monitoring mechanism to track climate action and hold duty barrier accountable. Our demand is also to place women, youth and marginalized groups at the center of resilience strategies, ensuring their voices shape climate responses. Build livelihood schemes to empower rural women and vulnerable communities.
The Northern Regional Minister, Adolf John Ali, assured the women groups that the Regional Coordinating Council would be tough on people would attempt to mine in water bodies in the area.
As for our region, anybody who ventures to touch any of our water bodies in search of anything in the name of Galamsey, I will instruct the security. And if you are alive again, then maybe that's a different regional minister. I will ensure that the district chief executives and their various districts will give you every support that you need in any form to let this dream come true.
Now, former Upper West Regional Minister Dr. Hafiz Bin Sali has eulogized the late former statesman and first Principal Secretary of the Northern Gulf of Ghana for his selfless and dedicated service to the nation. Speaking at a ceremony marking the construction of a mosque in his memory, he highlighted the late Council of State members' sacrifices for the people and urged others to emulate his exemplary life and leadership. Joy News' Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafik Salam reports from Yeji.
The construction of the magnificent edifice, according to former Upper West Regional Minister Dr. Hafiz Bin Sali, is to honor the memory of former statesman Alhaji Alhassan Bin Sali, who passed on October 2015. He stated that the former Council of State members' belief in Allah and the power of prayer was legendary. As a result of that, his 12 children decided to build a mosque to honor his memory. With the guidance of the Amir and Missionary in charge of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission, Maulvi Mohammed Bin Sali, who happens to be his sibling, they decided to site a mosque at Yeji in the Wa'is district and named Masjid Bin Sali. Dr. Bin Sali categorized Alhaji Alhassan Bin Sali's 85 years lived into 3 parts, which he said has tremendous positive impact on their lives. Alhaji Alhassan Bin Sali was the first Principal Secretary, now Chief Director, in the Northern Gulf of the country.
His faith and belief and trust in Almighty Allah, his love for our beloved country, Ghana, and how he held kinship ties dearly. He made sure that we practice the tenets of Islam. He made sure that we believed and lived the lives of a true Ahmadi. We are not perfect, but we try as much as possible to be true Ahmadis. Our fathers believe in Allah and trust in Allah can never be overemphasized.
A daughter of the late Alhaji Alhassan Bin Sali, Amina Bin Sali, used the opportunity to urge parents to take very good care of their children in order for them to reap their benefits in future.
It's good for parents to really train their children well, because when you train your children well, they will definitely love you and they will want to do such things for you. It is because of the love we have for our father and because of the care that he had for us. That's why we deemed it necessary to build a mosque for him.
Upper West Regional Missionary of the Ahmadiyya Muslim Mission, Abdul Nasir Bati, was grateful to the family of the late Alhassan Bin Sali for the kind gesture, urging others to follow their exemplary life. Some other worshippers also shared their joy over the opening of the mosque in the Yeji enclave. Reporting for Joy News, Rafik Salam, Yeji.
Now, Presidential Advisor on the 24-hour economy, Gusi Tano, has warned that illegal mining endangers children and threatens Ghana's agricultural resources. Speaking at the Central Expo 2025 Business Forum, he condemned the sale of produce grown on contaminated lands, calling it a slow poisoning of the population. Tano urged urgent action to stop these practices before more irreversible damage occurs. Abigail Esson Kuma has more in the following report.
The theme for the Business Forum, which formed part of the week-long Central Expo 2025, was empowering women and youth-led enterprises to promote economic growth. Speaking at the forum, the Central Regional Minister, Edriamweko Pinyin-Ochri, urged entrepreneurs to put in more effort to enhance local businesses.
So one thing by 24-hour economy, anything that you will do, we're also going to benefit.
So the business that we are talking about, anything goes. But then if we are looking at going outside, let's start from home. How are we managing home? Indeed, those who are good to manage home very well, they don't go to outside. People take them to outside. So whatever you are doing here, if you do it well, you may not have to struggle to go outside there. They'll come and call you.
In an interview, the presidential advisor on the 24-hour economy, Guzi Tando, while describing the 24-hour economy initiative as private sector driven, lamented how illegal mining is not only threatening the lives of children, but destroying the country's agricultural resources.
So one of the areas in which we want to work with the private sector in the central region, because the 24-hour program is private sector driven. It's not government handouts, it's not government loans, it's private sector supported by an SME funding regime, which is basically designed to help SMEs access funding in a way that is cheaper, is more accessible, and in a context where they are trained to receive these items so they can apply these loans and support in a way that's beneficial and grows their enterprises. In the context of co-ops, if you're not in a co-op, you can't benefit. Because the idea is to achieve scale and bring people together so that they're able to depend on each other and build. So if you are busy contaminating the Pra River, the Yesu and Densu, then of course, you are basically growing on water resources that are contaminated and killing human beings. I told you about the pictures I saw in one of the lectures where you have children with 2 heads, some with half arms, and until we can stamp that out, agriculture is threatened. If you export things to Europe, it will be rejected because you have heavy metal contamination, mercury, arsenic, lead, and so on. And on what basis do we justify selling goods from contaminated areas to Ghanaians and Ghanaian young people and women? So we must be responsible for our destiny. Somebody told me that the Galamsey shows that Ghanaians, we don't care about our children. We need to reverse that.
The Deputy CEO of the Ghana Exports Promotion Authority, in charge of administration and operations, Ambrose Edwin Nsako, highlighted how the authority is supporting the youth involved in agribusiness.
We've been with them for a couple of years now by providing the youth seedlings and pineapple suckers in our agribusiness section. We are also looking at the handicrafts and medical tourism as well as educational tourism. So these are some of the things that the Ghana Export Promotion Authority is in collaboration with the Central Region Coordinating Council, helping build the capacity of SMEs in the Central Region by bringing our export school to them to help them with their branding, their certification, and also to give them access to the international market as well. So with this, people in the Central Region and SMEs or potential exporters will be ready for our exports.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Lissel and Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
The Yeji Traditional Authority is demanding an improved road infrastructure and a more robust police presence in the area to protect traders and residents from rampant armed robberies, while also calling for a government crackdown on fishers using chemicals that are destroying fish stocks. In response, the Bono East Regional Minister has announced that the repairs for the perilous Yeji Atebubu Road are imminent. Anna Sabet has more in the following report.
Nestled on the banks of the Lake Volta, Yeji is a vital hub of commerce and fishing, but beneath its vibrant surface, the community is grappling with twin threats: a surge in criminal activities and the scourge of illegal fishing. Today, the traditional ruler here, who is also a member of the Council of State, Pimampim Yaukagbese IV, has made a direct appeal to the government for an urgent intervention. Domahene's first concern is the safety of his people. Armed robberies targeting traders on the crucial Yeji Atebubu Road have stifled economic activities. This lifeline for commerce has become a danger zone.
Yeji, enough extra fish guarantee. I'm robbers. Edi yam papa. Edu memene da kosiara juara. Ufri titru ejura ediba yijia. Ekwemu enjoy. I'm robbers. ɛho yɛgye sika ne yɛkɔ nipa ka ho yɛkɔ nipa ne yɛgye sika ka ho nti yɛhu sɛ ɛyɛ ade a security for ansɔre anta yɛakyi a yɛbɛkɔnkɔnkɔ yɛntumi nkompo.
But the threats are not just on land. The lifeblood of Yeji, Lake Volta, is itself under attack. Domahine also highlighted the menace of illegal fishing, where some used light and toxic chemicals to catch fish, a practice that decimates fish stocks and poisons the ecosystem of everyone.
Sɛ aban ɛko etia galamsey a na mehu ne sɛ galamsey a yɛkotia no ɛno bi ne nsumu nrubɔne a yɛde yɛ ɛno bi no deɛ sɛ yɛsɔre gyina na yɛko etia.
Regional Minister Francis Osuanchi revealed that steps are far advanced to deal with the numerous potholes along the Yeji Atiruru stretch, a move he said would improve the security of the area.
As I speak now, we have a beaver. That's why the armed robbery cases has come down. It doesn't mean we should also relax. We are still putting measures in place so that we'll bring it to a complete end. We thank God that we are going to get what we call pothole patching. It is not a reshape or regrading. This is a pothole patching. The approval has come. So very soon, we'll see the contractor on the road.
He also highlighted that illegal fishing, particularly with the use of chemicals, is one situation government is working on addressing. He advised fishers to stay away from this illegal practice.
With regards to the use of chemicals, yes, we are against the use of chemicals because they kill the fish and it is harmful to our health. So we are advising the entire public that the use of chemicals should be completely stopped.
So the response from the state has been promising, a pledge to fix the dangerous road and a commitment to tackle the illegal fishing plaguing the lake. For the people of Yeji, these promises cannot be fulfilled soon enough. Their economic survival and environmental future depends on it. Anna Sabit, Joy News, Yeji.
You are still watching from Our Correspondent. We are taking a short break. We'll be back with more.
My name is Sorry, India region, and the name is Edwin Official. I am Rafik Salami Wa. My name is My name is Sorry, India region, and the name is Edwin Official. I am Rafik Salami Wa.
Welcome back from the break. Economic Governance Platform, a coalition of civil society organizations promoting healthy economic growth, has partly blamed Ghana's recurring economic crisis on unguarded spending during election years. According to the platform, incumbent political parties disregard all economic cautions, aiming to maintain power, leading the economy into shambles and running the country into debt. The coordinator of the Economic Governance Platform, Abdul Karim Mohammed, made this known at an engagement organized by his outfit in Ho.
The engagement, which was part of the platform's Citizen Action for Sustainable Debt Management in Ghana initiative, was dubbed the Debt Cafe. It provided a platform for students of the Ho Technical University to have first-hand information on Ghana's economic issues, debt, and related topics. The coordinator of the Economic Governance Platform, Abdul Karim Mohammed, expressed worry at Ghana's debt history.
A cycle of falling into a debt trap. Then we run to the IMF for a bailout. They are able to help us to stabilize. And just when it appears that things are in good shape and the economy is about to take off, we find ourselves in another debt trap again. So it has become a vicious cycle. One key observation is that we always tend to use the election cycle, the political, cycle, to mess our economy. If you look at the current one, for instance, the review from the IMF indicates that there were major slippages in the implementation of the program, which we overshot a number of the indicators, our deficits, inflation targets, and the rest. We were not able to, simply because during elections, we seem to throw every caution to the wind, all for political expedience. And it has been that it's not just one government, it has been government after that. And I mean, I showed it on the graph there, and you can see that it has been a cycle that we need to break that cycle at some point because it's not taking us anywhere.
Pointed out the lack of transparency and streamlined management of the country's debt and structural weakness in the parliamentary approval of loans.
Debt in itself is not a bad thing. It's what we use the debt for. And the processes that lead up to contracting those debts. We realize that we look deeper into the political economy of debt acquisition and accumulation, we realize that it's not always that these are done in the supreme interest of national interest. Sometimes the motivating factors, the speed with which some loan facilities are approved. These are technical documents that are usually put together by legal experts, financial experts, and we put it before parliamentarians who are not all, having this expertise, and we expect them, we don't give them enough time to scrutinize this document, and they are forced to pass this document, and it hangs around all of us as citizens.
Fred Kwame Asai, Joy News. Ho.
Away from the Volta region, a flagship government health project in the Sene East district has ground to a halt, with the contractor blaming a lack of funds. The nearly complete hospital sits idle, leaving residents trapped in a healthcare crisis and questioning when or if the promised facility will be ever completed. Anna Sabet has more in this report.
For the people of Sene East, a medical emergency is a race against time on a track riddled with potholes. A journey to the nearest proper health facility isn't measured in kilometers, but in perilous hours. For decades, this district has been without a single proper hospital. For pregnant women in labor, the referral journey to the regional health facility is often a nightmare, a journey where every minute counts and many lives are lost. Nana Ama Mentenso II is the queen mother of the Nkomi traditional area.
Yɛmfiri ha enkoduru kwame danso no na ebia nipa no kra afimu ti ekwan no so mutumi ya ebeboa yempa ma ema no so yenho ahenhan.
But hope was built on this very site. This was supposed to be the answer, a modern healthcare facility under the previous government's flagship Agenda 111 program, initiated to solve exactly this kind of health desert. The promise was a lifeline, an end to the tragic stories. But today, the site is silent. The hope has stalled. The project, now 75% complete, has ground to a halt. The reason, according to the contractor, a simple but devastating lack of funds. John Osakwe Oyemi is the site engineer for International Development Resources in charge of the Kajeji District Hospital.
Actually, we were supposed to finish this project in 2023. Currently, construction we are at 78% completed, and our challenges for the work at hand so far is financial problem. Yeah, actually we are procurement. We short of procurement, so we need support from government to help us complete the rest of the work. And currently we have a pending certificate, which I think is at the national level. And so we'll be much grateful if follow-up could be made for us.
The recent visit by the Bono East Regional Minister, Honorable Francis Owusu-Antwi, spotlighted the dilemma. He acknowledged the critical importance of the project to the people living here.
When you look at the catchment area, they don't have any point of service unless you get to Kwame Danso. And the Kwame Danso too is not up to standard unless you go to Atibebu. When you look at the distance from here to Atibebu too is very far. The road network too is not good. So it's very, very important, and it must be treated with all attention.
Francis Owusu-Antwi, however, promised to follow up for release of funds and assured the people of government's commitment to tackling all ongoing projects initiated by the previous administration.
Current government stated it categorically that all the abandoned projects, all the ongoing projects,
he is going to make sure that they get to completion. And this is one of them. So immediately we return back to the region, we'll make sure we initiate a process so that we make follow up to the certificate so that the contractor can come on site to complete the project. Thank you.
In the sight of a frozen future, their lifeline is so close yet just out of reach. So the people of Sene East continue to wait. They wait for funds to be released, for contractors to return, and for the sirens of ambulances to signify a journey towards life, not a desperate race against time. Anna Sabit, Joy News, Sene East.
Ghana faces a challenging period with a surge in road accidents and the recent Z9 helicopter crash claiming 8 lives. Reverend Father Prince Obomens, Bishop's Chaplain of the Anglican Church Internal Province of Ghana, is urging citizens to remain steadfast in their faith. Speaking at the 14th Biennial Conference of the National Guild of the Good Shepherd at the University of Cape Coast, he encouraged Ghanaians not to lose hope amid economic and social pressures, while emphasizing the need for bold, accountable leadership to address national challenges. Abigail Esenkroma has more in the flow report.
The National Guild of the Good Shepherd of the Anglican Church Internal Province of Ghana celebrated 3 milestones: its centennial anniversary, 14th Biennial National Conference, and the installation of the 15th National Master Shepherd and new national executives. During the Triple Threat event, the Archbishop of the Church of the Province of West Africa and current Bishop of Asante Mampon, Most Reverend Dr. Cyril Ben Smith, lauded the efforts of the members of the Guild.
Many of you have used your time, the fear of the Lord that is in you, and you have tried to persuade other people to join the fold. And mostly, it is just the love of Christ that urges you on. Despite the many challenges and the issues that you face in your daily lives, in your families, in your business, in all that you do, you still are urged on. The next 5 years ahead of you, the next 10 years ahead of you presents more opportunities for you to be urged on for the sake of Christ. The Guild of the Good Shepherd is an important part of our church. We'll be seeking for a more united church that shares its gifts, challenges, opportunities, and prospects.
The theme for the occasion, the Shepherd's Call, responding to the needs of our time, was described as appropriate by the Bishop's Chaplain and guest speaker, Reverend Father Prince Obomens.
We are living in a challenging time, economic crisis and all other difficulties that we are going through. And this is the time that God, who is the chief shepherd, is calling us to rise up to this occasion to address these kind of challenges that we are facing as a nation, as a church, and as a community. So the theme, the Shepherd's Call, responding to the needs of our time, is very appropriate for this period where we are encountering these difficulties in our life. And we are admonishing the leaders to rise up to the occasion to address these needs that the shepherd is inviting us to address.
The 15th National Master Shepherd of the Guild, Dora Ama Akwa, shared some words about her new mandate.
I've seen that the Guild, all of them are getting it. So my prayer for God to help me, so bring in more youth so that the Guild will be functionable and will be last for our predecessors. Forget about this prophecy and them. We Anglican believing in Christ and Jesus Christ alone. If you put your prayers and everything to Him, surely one day you'll be one of the Jesus disciples. So our title goes, "The Lord is my shepherd, and you shall never want."
From Cape Coast, Abigail Esenkroma reports for Joy News.
Ghana's pursuit of universal health coverage is a national imperative. Edward Mensah, District Manager of the National Health Insurance Scheme for Abura Asebu Kwamankese, says achieving this requires commitment and collaboration from all stakeholders. Speaking at the district's first 2025 stakeholders engagement, he called for stronger partnerships with NGOs and the private sector to strengthen the healthcare system, emphasizing that universal health coverage is a shared responsibility. Abigail Esther Ekuma has more in this report once again.
During the 2025 first stakeholders engagement of the Abra Asebu Kwame Kese AAK National Health Insurance Scheme NHIS District Office, the acting Central Regional Director of the National Health Insurance Authority, Kojo Setrekoi Thompson, called on stakeholders to make it a collective responsibility of reforming Ghana's health system.
I think this is a very important occasion for us to reset Ghana's agenda, moving from difficulties, what has been our challenge as we rename our Ghana and our region with a brighter future. We can do that when we meet as stakeholders. NHIS has a role to play. That is why if you look at the team, we always say that it is a collective responsibility. Ghana is among countries that has actually signed on to the universal health coverage requirement by United Nations, which we seek to achieve by 2030.
The district's manager of AAK NHIS, Edward Mensah, reiterated the call for collaboration to achieve universal health coverage.
To sustain our achievement, we must work together. Achieving universal health coverage is a collective responsibility that involves every one of us, government, health providers, religious leaders, assemblymen, and communities. We must forge stronger collaboration by joining forces with other stakeholders, such as non-governmental organizations and private sectors. We can streamline efforts that enhance the efficiency and reach of our healthcare system. The road ahead may be challenging, but it is one we must walk together.
In his address, the district chief executive of AAK, Daniel Mensah Wardi, highlighted a theme for the engagement.
Talking about the theme, sustaining our gains towards universal health coverage, a collective responsibility. As stakeholders, we all have responsibility to make sure that this institution stands well in all aspects.
Medical Superintendent at the Abrodunko Hospital, Dr. Justice Akofi Horrison, commended the National Health Insurance Authority for its contribution to quality health service.
We want to acknowledge as a hospital the role NHIS has been playing and then the recent changes to its, or improvements, let me say it that way, in its currently as I stand here, standing on evidence, I'm owed only 1 month of claim submission. Yes. We've submitted 2 and we have a vetted report for June. So if I'm due any payment, it is June. And even that one, the contract says payment within 3 months. And if I'm in August and I'm owed June, it means NHIS has gone beyond its contract to ensure that there's prompt reimbursement.
From Abrodunko, Abigail Nkrumah reports for Joy News.
Away from the central region, education professor Professor Simon Peter Ayeto is advocating for the teaching of education law at various teacher training institutions. According to him, other professionals have their laws of study, but the teaching profession does not have any law of study to keep teachers abreast of the legal requirements and implications of their field of work. Professor Ayeto spoke at the 16th Annual Congregation of St. Teresa's College of Education in Hohoe in the Volta region.
This year's graduation ceremony for the newly trained teachers at the St. Teresa's College of Education, Hohoe, saw a total of 27 teachers graduating with first-class honors, 140 for second upper class division, 65 for second lower class division, 14 third class, and just 2 pass graduates. The principal, Professor Scholastica Azua, admonished the graduates to truly represent their certificates and training received while they were in school. She also mentioned the following as a challenge in the college that needed urgent attention.
Several capital projects have stalled due to funding gaps, most notably the ultra-modern auditorium, which is GetFund sponsored, and the college chapel. The staff accommodation constraint is also worrying. Only 10% of staff live on campus, which has a negative influence on supervision, academic mentorship, and emergency response. Additionally, we lack sufficient lecture halls and functional vehicles for academic and administrative use. We take this opportunity to appeal to you, government agencies, developmental partners, alumni, corporate bodies, and well-meaning individuals to come to our aid.
The guest speaker, Professor Simon Peter Aheto Esquire, called on the Ministry of Education to ensure the teaching and learning of education law at the various teacher training institutions.
I strongly recommend the introduction of education law as a compulsory course for all teacher training programs and a mandatory course for all who aspire to hold educational positions in Ghana.
He explains why.
You agree with me that people who study business go through what we call the business law. So there are certain issues that you have in business that they are able to deal with because they understand it. I trained as a 3-year certificate A teacher and up to the terminal level as an educationist and an information technologist. And one thing that I realized was that there hasn't been a time that education law was dealt with. So there are some basic issues that shouldn't be issues. But because the stakeholders don't really understand, even the act that governs education in Ghana, they find themselves at the other side of the law.
The Get Fund administrator, Paula J, says the Mahama-led government intends to put up on-site accommodation to any school building to be constructed. The Member of Parliament for Howe constituency, Thomas Wolanyo Chekbu, while congratulating the graduates, offered scholarship package to the best performing graduates for her further studies. Some old students who completed 30 years ago graced the occasion. Peter Senu for Joy News.
Now, before we go, residents and traditional leaders in Abosso say illegal mining has done more than ravage their land. They claim it has fueled drug abuse, crime, and prostitution, leaving the community unsafe and children at risk. They are calling on the government to intervene urgently. Natalia Kwanzaa has more in this report.
Abosso is remembered in Ghana's history as the first town to be connected to electricity, but today its identity is tied to something darker. Galamsey. Residents say the illegal mining trade has fueled drug abuse, prostitution, and violent crime.
People are drugs. We want government to help us to sweep all these people, especially the Interior Minister, Land Commissioner. It is hard for us. It is difficult for us. Our youth are destroying because of these drugs, because of these Ashawo peoples. Some places you can't pass there. If you try to pass there, they will take you as if you are like animal.
They say the collapse of some mines and the influx of illegal miners open the floodgates to vices.
These are old Abosso mines. At first, there's a mines here. Now, when the mines collapse, now they are made Galamsey. That's why these activities have come. So we want all these people to go away. These Nigerians, these Ivorians, these Portuguese people. It's too much in this town. And there's no display in this town. They don't mind any chief, they don't mind anybody.
For many here, illegal mining is not just damaging the land, it is destroying families, breeding crime and robbing the town of its future.
I find it difficult to control them. They used to rob us. They used to kill us. When you're having your money, when you go outside, you will come, your door will be open. When you are building your iron rods, sometimes they cut it off, go and sell it. When you build your house, you wire it, they come and remove the wires out of the house, go and sell it locals to buy the drugs. And we are not safe here. We are not safe here, especially when it's 7 o'clock going. There are some corners that you can't pass.
The people of Aboso are pleading with authorities to reclaim their land, clamp down on illegal miners, and restore peace. Until then, they say their town remain under siege. For Joy News, Inathalia Kwansa, Aboso.
And it's a wrap from our correspondents. Thank you so much for watching. Catch us on Joy News every Saturday at 5 p.m. with a repeat on Sundays at 12 noon. I'm Nicolas Ekoyamwa. Have a nice day.
My name is Albert Sorry in the Yeji region. And the name is Edwin Official. I am Rafik Salami Wa.